Hello everyone and welcome to the Runners Interview episode 7. I know it's been a long time. The last time we did this was in August, but I had quite a number of people say bring it back. We love listening to the podcast whilst we're running and even on YouTube as well. And I was quite excited to bring another guest onto the Runners Interview and do another podcast. So please do visit therunningcommunity.club. It'll be uploaded there. It'll be on Spotify. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on Apple as well. But I'm really excited actually to bring on someone who's been in the running community for quite some time now. I think well over a year. Hopefully I'm right with that and she'll put me right if I'm incorrect. But I'd like to bring on Sarah Prince. Sarah, welcome to the Runners Interview.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Not too bad, thank you. How long have you been in the group? Because I'm really bad and I haven't looked. I know it's been quite some time.
Yeah, it's not quite a year. I think it's a year on the 29th of this month.
Is it really?
Yeah. It seems longer than that, though.
It does. I feel like, do you know what? I feel like you've been there. I know you haven't been there since the beginning, but I feel that way. That's a good thing. Awesome. So just to start, Sarah, I always say, just tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 49. Big 5 this year. You're so kind. I've got 2 boys. Well, they're young men now. They're both in their 20s, so I am feeling a bit old. I'm married. I work in finance, so I've been with my current employer for 18 years. So part of the furniture.
Wow.
That's impressive. It's a long time. It's only my second job actually since leaving school.
That's very impressive.
I like stability.
That stability is good. Hey, as long as they treat you all right, that's what it matters. And the money.
Yeah. I'm an outdoor kind of person, so I love walking, hiking. Managed to hike Snowdon last year during lockdown. The plan was to do the 3 peaks, but obviously further lockdown stopped that. So we've booked to go to Cumbria in June for my birthday to do Scarfell Pike. So really looking forward to that. And yeah, just love running.
Awesome. Oh yeah, we know you love running when we get right. Just out of interest, both your sons are 20 years old. Do they run at all as well?
My oldest son, he started running. He used to run with me the odd time before lockdown, but during lockdown, he started running with me. Hence the double run days, because I'd do my run in the morning, and then he'd say at lunch, because he works at the same company as me, but a different department.
Oh, awesome!
And when we've been working from home, he's like, "Shall we go for a run at lunch, Mum?" I'm like, "Yeah." That's a silly question to ask me. Yeah, so it's been great to watch his progress.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and but he's heavily back into his weight training now, so he's dropped me.
He's dropped you. Oh, that's my next question. You didn't know where that was. Not that it matters, but you know, competitive and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed because obviously, yeah, Sarah's in the running community group, and Sarah does post every day. And I noticed you did post quite a sneaked a few double run days. I noticed that was happening.
I know I shouldn't have, but I just get that urge, like, especially because I'm working from home and the sun's shining, and I think, oh, I could just do a quick 5K. Nobody will know.
No, absolutely. I think back during the first lockdown, I was only furloughed for 4 weeks, so it weren't too long. But during them 4 weeks, it was getting to around midday, and after lunch, I think, well, I'm going out for a run. You know, it just had to be done.
I know, it's got to be done.
Awesome. Now, what actually made you start running?
Wow, back in the day. No. um, when I was at school, really, I carried a little bit of weight during my early teens, and
Mhm.
I've always like admired when I've seen runners running. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to try it. So after school one day, I waited till it got dark because I felt really embarrassed if anybody would see me, and
No,
yeah, started running. Well, it was more like a fast walk, trot kind of thing.
similar to
Um,
Cups of 5K kind of thing.
yeah, um, and yeah, and within a couple of months, the weight started to drop off me, and I felt in a real good place. And it was one PE lesson. My teacher pulled me to one side and said, "Do you want to join the after-school running club?" And
Wow.
I felt really honoured. I thought, me, and so yeah, I joined it and ended up running for the school. And it's all from there, really. I've never really looked back. I did take a bit of a back seat whilst my kids were young, because obviously my husband worked shifts and I was working at the time as well. So it was only like on a weekend that I could really get out. But I do like to keep fit, like in between. I do like home workouts and things. So once the boys got older and I was able to ride a bike, that was it. They're out with me, so I could get my running in. And yeah, so it's all back from school days.
That's amazing. I noticed your PE teacher to come and join the running club. Did he notice you running in PE, or did he learn about you running after school? Or
I think he must have noticed the difference in me since I was
okay.
like running like out of school, and I just started to get really interested in sport, and I think that must have been it really.
Yeah, that's amazing. I like
So
that. Love that.
I was quite honoured.
I bet. Yeah, I would have been as well. It's interesting. My 9-year-old, so I just started him on Capture 5K on Sunday. So that's interesting. He's done 2 sessions so far.
Oh,
So far,
wow.
so good. But I'm not, I didn't force him. He literally said, "I
That's
want to come, I
good.
want to try some running." And yeah, doing great so far. So that'd be
Oh,
interesting.
brilliant.
I like to, lovely to hear how you did after school and started running. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
And as part of it, so how long have you been running? Years, roughly, rough idea.
Over 30 years. Well, took a few breaks in between.
Yeah.
When I say breaks, I'm still running at least once, twice a week. But yeah, over 30 years. It's a long time.
It's a long time.
I just love it. I just absolutely love it. And
No.
started taking it up probably really seriously about the last 10, 11 years. So, because I've had more time, the kids are grown up and I've just got back into it. So, yeah, it's a long time.
And you've done something incredible, and you're on a running streak. So you run every single day, and you're coming up to a year now. Is it Sunday? You're coming up to 1 year of running every day.
Tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's what I've done my research, isn't it?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Wow.
Big day tomorrow. So that's why I booked the day off work as well. So
I was going to say, that did trigger my mind earlier. I think is that why you picked it off. Well, huge congratulations to you, sir, because that is absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
I think you have posted every single run in the group. I think of you every single run, which is incredible as well.
I have.
Yeah, amazing. Is this the first time you've gone on a running streak as well?
Yeah, well, I've done the Red January. I've done like a month of running in the past. But yeah, the running streak is just like something else. Yeah, I blame Boris.
I was going to say, is that what triggered it? Was it coronavirus?
Yeah, it was lockdown, and then when they were talking about like not being able to go out and exercise, and so I just thought I'm just going to run every day until I'm told not to. And then I got to like 100 days, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to carry on. I'm going to carry on. And yeah, here I am.
Wow, that's incredible. Honestly, yeah, that's
I really,
unbelievable.
really enjoyed it there. It's kept, and especially through lockdown, it's kept me focused, and mentally it's done me the world of good.
That's good to hear. That's really good to hear. Do you think this is quite a big question? I bet you've been asked it already. Why are you going to keep going? Are you going to keep the streak up?
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna. One of my goal was to do the full year, which
Yep.
is tomorrow. But I am going to see the weekend through, because on my normal running routine, I normally ran on a Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to finish the weekend off, and then from Monday, fresh start, just back to my normal running routine, and then my working out that I used to do. So yeah, I think it's time to kind of call it a day now, because I am getting a few niggles, and I don't want to get any injuries for future running. So I think it's time to say that enough's enough.
No, fair enough. No, I'll totally admire that decision. And that was my kind of next question. How have you found injuries, or have you even had an injury? I usually had little niggles.
Just a few niggles I've noticed over the last couple of months. I've had a shin splints, not really bad, but I've never had them before. And it's just the amount, it's just wear, and it's just the amount of running I've been doing, and it's kind of like my body saying, and if I was injured and I couldn't run, then I would be like mortified. So
Of course, yeah.
it's time to say, enough's enough, and it's a massive achievement. So I'm really happy. Really happy the way it's gone, and I'm lucky that I haven't had any injuries, and it's not stopped me really. So yeah, I'm lucky that way.
Yeah, I don't think many people could do it. I would get injured, literally, if I tried to do what you did. I know my body, and I would get injured, honestly. Unless I did serious strength training or something, I would, yeah.
I've been doing a lot of rollering. I've had a lot of ice baths.
I love ice baths. Are awesome. They're amazing.
Honestly, they work. They work.
Do.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. Yeah. And I've just been trying to look after myself the best I can during like the run streak. So yeah, I feel really good actually.
No, that's amazing. And you was probably fit enough already, but I can only presume you've gained fitness even more. Even though you are running every day, your fitness level must be quite high.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed a difference. I've noticed like my recovery time is quicker. Yeah, I've just built up a real good base during this run streak. So yeah, it's all good.
Yes, like I did the time when I do ice baths is during marathon training on the long runs. Sometimes I chuck ice in there, sometimes I don't. But I literally get in the bath, cup of tea, iPad or a book, cold tap on, fill that up to the waist, 10 minutes, and it's just amazing. It works every time for me. I really get shin splints, but when I'm doing marathon training, I notice slightly aches. And yeah, I'm glad you said you do ice baths as well, because when I tell people about it, they're like, no, I'm not doing that. I said, trust me, you will benefit from it.
Yeah, it does. I mean, they're not ice baths every time, like you say. It's just icy cold water.
Yeah.
But honestly, you can really tell the difference once you've had one. So yeah, definitely recommend that.
Yeah, definitely thumbs up for that. And over 30 years of running, so where is your favourite place to run?
I have to say, along the canal path. I love canal running. Got views either side. I just get my thinking head on. I just lose myself down the canal. I love it down there. But I do like running in different places. It's funny because whenever we book a holiday or a weekend away, even an overnight stay, the first thing I do is like research the area, see where I can run. And
Yeah, right.
the first thing I pack is like my running gear. So yeah, I love running in different places as well, but canals my favourite. And then if we do go on holiday as well, if there's a coastal path, the sea breeze, and yeah, that's nice too.
Have you ever done a kind of a bit of park run tourism at all as well?
Yes, I used to do park run. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite good. I think we'll, I haven't been to too many park runs, but yeah, I think it's the first thing I'll probably look up for when away and find out where the nearest park run is.
Yeah, if I've been away, I've looked at the nearest park run, and I've done a few. My husband's from London, so when we went to visit his family, I always did the one there. And
was it Bushy Park or was it?
no, it was Pym's Park.
Okay, yeah.
He's from Edmonton, so near Tottenham. So he's it was Pym's Park, and it was a great park run because my local park run is quite hilly.
Okay, yeah.
To run on like in the Pym's Park one, it was quite flat, so I got a better time.
Sorry, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've got the two nearest to me. One's hilly, one's quite flat really. And people would do the hilly one, then think, oh, come and do a PB at the flat one now.
Yeah.
Good trading though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I really miss park run. Really, I'm looking forward to starting back.
Yeah, I've done quite a few, but I'd like to do more, and I'm looking forward to it. I've missed it, although haven't done too many. I do miss it. I do miss it a lot. So, and I speak to quite a few people in park run, and I know a couple of race directors as well, or park run directors as well, and yeah, they're so eager to get back. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's a huge part of their life, these directors, and it's a huge part of a lot of runners' life. So, yeah, very keen, very keen.
Yeah. I think it's June time. I think they were saying.
Yeah. I think juniors are coming back a bit earlier, and then I think June time. I can't remember the exact date, but yeah, somewhere in June. But no, yeah, hurry up.
Yeah, I know. Wishing our lives away, aren't we?
Yes. This is quite a big question. What keeps you motivated to run?
Oh, well, the thing for me that keeps me motivated is I set myself little challenges at the beginning of every week. So whether it's to run 20 miles, 30 miles, 40 miles, whatever it may be, I tell a couple of people, and once I've told a couple of people, I don't know whether it's like all in the mind, but once I've told people, I commit, and that kind of keeps me motivated. But also, as well, in the past, I've done a lot of the virtual runs.
Yeah.
I got a bit obsessed at one point. I was having like 4 or 5 medals come through the post every month. Yeah, I was getting from different like companies, and it's something to aim for, isn't it? It keeps you focused and keeps you running and motivated. So yeah, that's a real good motivation. But for myself, I do like little challenges.
Yeah, it does set you a challenge, doesn't it? Especially if you put a challenge in your distance and stuff, certain distance you're going for. It really, really helps. I know I'm not plugging ours, but I know you've done a couple of our virtual challenges. I started doing them for the community because people did start asking about it. Are we going to do them? Are we going to do them? And I was like, yeah, but let's find out first. Let's see what we can do. But now we can do it. So I'm pleased people have really enjoyed them, including yourself. So yeah.
Yeah, they're brilliant. Yeah, I'm straight on it once the post comes through. Yeah, submit.
You're definitely one of the first to get it, that's for sure. Which is awesome. Is there anyone or anything that inspires you to run, whether that be many years ago when you was inspired, or was there something else that triggered it? I know you said you lost a bit of weight and so on, but
yeah, growing up, I've always watched the athletics on the TV. My mum and dad have always had sport on growing up, so I've kind of grown up with all that. But there's 2 people that really inspire me, and that is Joe Pavey.
Oh wow, yeah.
and Dame Kelly Holmes. And
Awesome.
yeah, watching her 2 gold medals was absolutely awesome. And I was fortunate to actually meet them both at one of the running shows in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got Joe Page's book, so I took it along thinking, oh, the queue's going to be massive. She's not going to sign it. And yeah, she come off stage on her speech, and I was waiting there like a little kid with my book. And we actually like walked down to where she was doing her chats and signing, and I actually walked with her, and she was chatting and she was asking about my running, and she wrote a lovely message in my book, and I sometimes always go back to that. And yeah, so they really inspire me, and of course the running group.
Yes, yeah. I'm going to get onto. I've got a question for that actually. In a bit. But no, they're both Joe Pagger and Kelly Holmes. They're just amazing people. They've given me inspiration as well. Kelly lives quite close to me. I think Crawley. I know she lives near Crawley. Probably won't like me saying that. Well, she's not going to listen to this anyway. But she goes to. I think it's Tilgate Park Run, which is one of my.
Yes, yeah. I see her Instagram posts.
Yeah, I haven't bumped into her yet, but hopefully I'll have my GoPro on me and I'll bump into her.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping happens when Parkrun comes back. But I listen to her. I can't remember. There's a lady. There's another podcast. I think she works at Hot FM. Something Faulkner, I think her name is. Run Pod. I can't remember. But she had Kelly Holmes on, and yeah, her stories, I should say, are just absolutely incredible. And there's one where I think she had to get a haircut done, and she just found a random hairdresser, which was a board training, and she ended up being best mates with her for life.
Oh wow! Yeah, I love stories like that.
Yeah, she's got quite a few little stories. Honestly, they're amazing to listen to. Have you got a favourite race?
Yes. My favourite race is my first race, my ever first race. It was the Great North Run.
Oh, what a first race that is!
I know. A few years ago now. It was my first time experience that race atmosphere, and it always sticks in my mind. I never forget it. So, yeah, it's got to be that one for me.
Oh wow, yeah. I've got to do I've got to do that. I'm hoping to do that this year. Yeah, I can't wait for that. I haven't done it yet. I've just heard it's kind of different level of atmosphere compared to other halves anyway.
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, you'll really enjoy it.
Can't believe that is your first race as well. What a way to do it.
Going at the deep end.
Yeah, why not? If you was to run a certain distance, what would be your chosen? What's your favourite distance you've run?
Ooh, I'm going to say 10 miles because it's just that little bit further than a 10k, not quite a half marathon. So yeah, I do like that kind of distance. Feel quite comfortable at running that distance as well. So yeah, 10 miles for me.
Yeah, that's a really good distance. It's not, it's not your 5k or 10k pace. It's in between that half marathon. But you can feel, I suppose, at the end, if you've got that energy, you can push that a little bit more because you think, oh, it's just 10 miles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's something definitely in that distance.
Yeah.
Have you done Great South Run at all?
No, haven't.
That's a 10-miler in Southsea, Portsmouth, and that normally goes on Channel 5 every year. And
yes, I have seen it before.
Yeah, I highly recommend if you get a chance to do it, and that's 10 miles.
Have you done that? Yeah.
Yeah, I did it. I've done it once, and honestly, the atmosphere was amazing. I've got myself crossing the line on TV as well. It's a quick snap. Because I went home and watched it. I think it was the next day. I watched it for I was like, oh, there you go. There I am. But that was something else. The last 2 miles are tough because you turn around back onto the seafront, and the breeze always seems to be against you. But the atmosphere was really, really, really good. Yeah, really, really loved the atmosphere of that.
Yeah, I think the atmosphere makes it, doesn't it? It's
yeah.
It just keeps you going, and yeah, it's great.
It's something else. Atmosphere is a huge thing. I mean, the first marathon I did in Brighton a few years ago, I was just like, it's what made me start the running community group in a way. I was nearly in tears, just not happy tears, just the emotion of the crowd was quite close into the road, and there were so many people cheering and yelling all sorts of things. But it's like, wow, this is intense, but at the same time, pushing you on as well.
Yeah.
I've got London this year. I don't know if it'll be the same because of COVID. I don't know how many people will turn out, but yeah, that's going to be another level hopefully as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, hope it happens.
Yeah, if it happens, you just don't know. I think you do a mixture of this, but road or trail?
Ooh. I'm going to say road, but over this last year, I've ran some trail runs, got some great trail runs not far from where I live, and I've really enjoyed it. So I'm kind of like, it's road for me, but I do enjoy the trails as well. And I've even invested like trail shoes, so I'm getting there.
Awesome.
I love the surroundings as well, like when you're on the trails. It's it's just so peaceful and
it's definitely more peaceful run. Did lockdown make you go and explore some more trails in your area as well?
Definitely. And I do try to, when it's not so muddy and wet, if I've planned a long run, I do tend to kind of finish it off like the last couple of miles through the trails, because just to get some wear on my shoes really. The ones I'm wearing at the moment are both road and trail, so.
No, it's great to do a bit of both, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
Good to mix it up.
It is.
And you're going to end this streak, so what's the future?
The future running goals. Well, I've never run a marathon.
Have you not?
No.
I'm shocked by that.
I know. The furthest I've ever ran is, I think it's 22 miles. I think this was the 8th time I got rejected from the London Marathon.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I could have ran had the opportunity to do the virtual as well, but I'm not too sure where I'm going to be around that date, because if I've got the chance of going to see my son in Singapore, then it'll be that.
Okay.
So I haven't committed to do the virtual one. So before I'm 50 in June, I want to run a marathon. So after this run streak, I'm going to get onto some proper marathon training and try and complete a marathon before June.
Oh, I'm really excited to see you post up in the running community with that training. That's going to be really good.
Yeah. My husband's going to come with me on his bike, because if I hit that brick wall, I've got nobody to spur me on. So
no, it'll help a lot. And so you're obviously planning to do a solo marathon on your own.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, with your husband, so we're on the bike. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay for like the half marathon, but after that, he'll probably come and join me. To kind of spur me on. So that's my goal.
No, that's good. That's good. No, I'm really excited to see that. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Just hope I can do it, because.
Oh, you can definitely do it.
Yeah, I think having somebody at the side of you as well, I think that'll help. So we've planned a couple of routes. So fingers crossed, hopefully it'll. Gonna have a couple of weeks of just like weaning down from my run streak, and then proper get into the marathon training. And
you've got a great base for it already as well. So
yeah, hopefully I built up a good base during this last year, so hopefully I can do it.
No, you will. I have no doubt. yeah, you're a massive part of the running community group. Amazing what you post up every day, and you inspire so many people. And it was one of our Borough of the Months as well. So, yeah, very well deserved, by the way. What do you like most about being part of the running community group?
I just absolutely love this group. I'm in a couple of other Facebook running groups, and they're all different.
Yes.
They're all different. You know, they've all got, you know, they're all great and got great characters. But I have to say, the running community is just something special. I've never been in a group like it. I mean, the support, the people, it's like-minded people. I love the banter.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the banter. Some great posts and just put a smile on my face. And yeah, the people and fantastic support. So yeah, I can't say anything wrong about it. Absolutely love it. It's done me the world of good this year.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear, and I love hearing back from people about the group because you know we try the best we can do to run a group that everyone can be involved in and everyone loves, and yeah, it's so supportive, the group. And
it is.
It's hard because I run the group and I say it is the most supportive group I've ever known, because I've got to say that because people think I'm saying it because I run the group, but I started that group for that reason, because I felt there could be a more supportive group, and I just think it's the most supportive group.
Most definitely. I mean, like I say, I'm in other groups and I don't get the same feel from what I do from the running community.
No.
So, and I'm not knocking the other groups, you know.
No.
But you know, the running community is just, yeah, it's up there.
Yes. No, and we really appreciate having you. Just like every time you put a post up, it's like, yes.
Yeah, I'm proud to be part of it. I absolutely love it.
And you did put a post up today, actually. Ah, look at this.
It's me.
So yeah, so sorry if you're listening to the podcast, we just put pictures up of Sarah's run today. So this looked a bit traily. This looked
Yeah, everyone's going to miss my face in the morning.
Yeah. Lovely picture of a lake.
Yeah, that's just literally 2 minutes from my house.
Is it really?
It
looks really nice. And yeah.
Yeah, there's
You take great photos as well. Yeah, and there's a trail, see?
Yeah. It's a great place to run around.
No, it's awesome. Yeah, some of your photos felt like, so they're amazing. And how about your personal bests, your PBs?
Ooh. I thought this might be one of the questions you asked me, so I'll write them down.
Oh, you know what? I think you're the seventh person I think everyone has wrote their PBs down.
So my 5K is 21:32.
Awesome.
So I'm aiming for that sub 21.
Oh, sub 21.
Yeah.
And then you're going to say sub 20. Yep.
Yeah. I'm working my way, you know. Part run is a great way to get your PBs. But as I say, mine's a hilly one, so I'm not sure that I'll master that one. But we'll see. I'll give it my best shot. 10K is 45:37.
Awesome.
And I actually did that during my run streak.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was running 10 miles and I hit the 10K and like flashed up. I was like, oh! So well chuffed with that. And my half marathon is 1:44.
Oh wow, that's really good. Yeah, sub 1:44 as well. Christ.
Yeah, that's the last few half marathons I've done. I've not run it like that. That was a race actually, the 1:44, and I think when you're it's different when you're racing because you're all like your adrenaline's up and they're my PBs.
Well done. No, they're awesome. And have you got a time in mind for when you do the solo marathon, or are you just going to get the distance done?
I say I've not got a time. I mean, I'll be happy just to complete it really. But I'm aiming for 3.5.
Awesome, yeah.
But if I don't make that 3.5, it's not going to bother me at all.
No.
Not at all. But I would like I'd be so chuffed if I could do that. But I'll just be happy to complete the 26 miles really.
Yeah, and that's an incredible time. I went for 3.5 like Brian 2 years ago, and I did 3:38 and hit a wall. I think I hit a wall. No, my hamstring kind of tweaked a bit. Mile 22, and then mile 25, I actually had to stop the whole way. It's like 2 kind of guns went off in my calf. I was like, ow!
Oh no!
I was on for the 3:30, but another time. But like you say,
still a great time. That's still a great time.
I'm well happy with it, and it was just still about completing that distance. So always at the time in the back of my mind, but when I did the solo one last year, I was like, I'll just relaxing. I'm going to enjoy this, and I did enjoy the solo one as well. I really enjoyed it. I didn't.
You had bad weather though as well, didn't you?
Oh, terrible. Oh,
yeah, I can remember.
Windy and rainy, and I was like, I didn't know what to wear at the time either, because you don't want to overheat. And it was some of it was heavy rain, some of it was light rain. And where I finished, I ended up coming out of Brighton, the coast. So it's the worst place to end it. But
oh my gosh.
Amazing. But that was an experience in its own right, because you had the London Marathon bib on, and I was running something called the Downslink, which is an old railway. And there was a lot of people walking, a lot of families walked there and stuff, and people seemed to realise what the virtual London Marathon was, and I didn't think people would. And there was families standing there clapping as you run past, and people honking their horns or putting their thumbs out of the window. It's like, what's going on? I just didn't expect people to know about it.
That's
brilliant. They did. I ran past. I met another group who were doing it as well. I think it was husband and his wife and her friend as well doing it, and they actually ran with me for 5 minutes, just chatting about what mileage you're at and stuff like that. It's just a surreal experience. I don't think I'll get that experience again on a solo run because people knew so much about it. But you never know. You never know.
I bet it was nice though, running with like people for them for like a few minutes, because it kind of breaks it up a bit for you, don't it?
Yeah, definitely. It definitely helps. He was filming the guy. He filmed me coming running towards him, and he kind of panned around. I was like, I tried to find the footage because I didn't quite catch his name. I couldn't find it online. It's a little bit thinking, someone's got footage of me somewhere, but it doesn't matter. Solo was good though. Solo was good. Yeah. Do you listen to music whilst you run?
No.
No music?
No, I used to. A few years ago, I had a bit of an experience. I'd finished work one night and it was still light, and decided to go for a run. And I thought, I don't need any arm. At the time, I was just wearing like the flash up armbands. I didn't have a headlamp at the time, and I thought, I'm going to be back before it's dark. And so off I went, and it was dark before I was back. And I just had my headphones in, and I was coming around the corner, and a cyclist was coming around at the same time.
Okay.
So I kind of ended up like in between his handlebars. He wasn't visible either. I wasn't visible. Both our faults really. But he shouldn't have been on the path.
Yes.
It kind of like it shook me up a bit. It wasn't about the music really, the headphones. It was just I wasn't visible. So it just kind of made me nervous. So I've not ran with them since, but I make sure I'm lit up like a Christmas tree now.
No, yeah, obviously you want to be able to hear everything. If you've had an incident as well, you want to be able to hear what your surroundings are saying.
Yeah.
I mean, you've probably seen the Aero Pecs, haven't you?
Yes.
I use them. I wouldn't use anything else, and I probably have them about 3/4 of the volume, just because I do want to hear my surroundings. I never use from the music, but using that I find is okay. And yeah, I want to hear everything. And when you're on the road, you know as well as I do, even with cars as well, you just need to know what's around you, don't you? You need to hear.
Yeah, you do. You do. You just need to be aware of your surroundings, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe I should give it a go. Give it a go, and because I used to love it. I used to love running to music. It really helps you as well. But yeah, so I've not run with them for about 3 years now. So yeah, but I'm fine without them. But
No, that's good that you're fine about. I didn't run for ages with them, and then as I got a bit older, I thought, no, I want some music, and it's actually podcasting I've listened to though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'd probably listen to now, because I do like listening to them anyway. So yeah, a good podcast when you're running along. Perfect.
Now you're going to be listening to this one, won't you? Your own one. It's going to be Hoka, isn't it? Yeah. What running shoes do you run in?
Well, I never know how to pronounce. Is it Hoka? Hoka?
Right. So I only learned this because I don't know. I've done a few shoe reviews on YouTube, and I used to call it Hoka 1-1, and it's actually Hoka One.
Ah, yeah. I actually watched your review on the
Bondi.
The Bondi, yeah, because that's what made me get them. So yeah, it's Hoka. Yeah, I just love them.
Say however you want to say it.
Yeah, I had my gait measured, analysed a few years back now, because I used to run in Asics and New Balance.
Yep.
And I was getting all sorts of niggles, and I was thinking, why? I'm getting all these new trainers, and I just used to go for the look of the trainer at the time, with not knowing, enough about your running shoes really important. So I had my gait measured, and I've got no roll in my foot.
No.
So they recommended Hoka's for me, and never looked back. I love them. I never looked back. I've got 4 on the go at the minute, so I've got one's coming to an end now. So I've got the Clifton 6, the Bondi 6, and then the Challenger ATR 5, which are both road and trail, which they're really good. And now they're started to do active wear as well. My husband keeps saying, "Are you sponsored by Hoka?" I'm like, no, I wish I was. So I find them, they're a great running shoe, for me anyway. The cushioning, the glide, I love them. And I've had those niggles that I used to get with previous trainers have gone. So they actually work for me. So I'm going to stick with them.
No, I'm quite a big fan of Hoka as well. Actually, my first shoe Hoka was probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and they're called the Hoka Whackers, and they were just a hell of a shoe. They were, I wouldn't maybe quite say game changer, but they helped me quite a lot. I think I did a lot of PBs. My PBs are from 4 or 5 years ago, and a lot were done in Hoka shoes. But again, it was more about the comfort of them. They were just so nice to run in.
Yeah.
The rocker as well. The rocker they designed back then was just such a nice transition when you're running. So yeah, I've had Cliftons and Bondis, and Bondis are just ultra comfort.
Oh God, it's like so spongy.
Yeah,
I love them. Yeah, I've actually ran in my Bondis all week this week, and it's such a difference. I love it.
Yeah, my review on them was after 300 miles to say what they were like after 300 miles, and still life left in them. I still pop one on now and again. I reckon I've probably touched 500 miles easily past them now.
Yeah.
And
I,
yeah,
I've got, I'd say 500 miles out of most of my hokers. So yeah, they're really, really good running shoe. Yeah, well pleased with them.
it's amazing because you get some people say, "Oh, they don't last that long; they wear quickly." And I've never had that problem with them.
No, I never took my old ones away either. So I keep all the boxes as well. So you walk in our garage and it's like not to the ceiling quite yet, but it's all hoker boxes.
Brilliant.
Because when I finish running with them, I'll start to kind of walk in them then. If I
Yeah,
go out
definitely.
before, just to kind of get more wear out of them, because it's less impact walking. So yeah, I've got a collection going.
Please put a picture up. What running watch do you have?
Well, I've currently got the Fitbit Ionic. I've always had Fitbits. They've been it's been a great watch, even previous watches. Never had any problem with them. I know a lot of people say GPS not connecting, blah blah blah. But I did put a post up the other week for recommendations because I am in the process of changing it.
Yes.
And the feedback was, great.
You're going to get an explosion.
I'm just so confused. There's so many out there. But I've got one in mind, and it's a Garmin. And I've even downloaded the Garmin Connect app. So I'm halfway there. So yeah, I've been looking at the Garmin Venue.
Oh yeah, that's a lovely screen on that, isn't it, as well?
Yeah. I didn't want nothing too bulky, and it's got just a few more, functions on it than the watch I'm currently wearing.
Yes.
And yeah, so I'm going for. I've got Christmas money waiting to be spent, and I'm like, I've just got to pull my finger out and order it.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Colleague of mine, she has a Venue as well, and it looks like a lovely watch as well. I mean, she showed me a few things on it, but yeah, it does look like a great watch, and it's had quite good reviews, I think, as well. Yeah,
I've done. I mean, the feedback I got from the group, I was researching all like what I'd got back. My mind was like blown. I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, the two biggest things in the group is if you ask what running shoe to get or what watch to get, it just goes insane.
Oh, I know. I was like, yeah, but it was great because it's really helpful.
Yes.
So.
No, it is really helpful. But it can also leave you like, oh my god.
Yeah. But then I was like, oh, should I get an Apple Watch? Oh, should I? No. Sticking to what I first went with, and yeah, that's the Garmin Venue. So just got to order it.
Have you heard of DC Rainmaker?
No.
If you ever want to look at a review of a watch, DC Rainmaker is the guy.
Oh, okay.
But potentially you'll spend half an hour reading it because it's so in detail.
Really?
Never seen watch reviews like it. He's very famous for doing watch reviews, running watch reviews, and anything fitness-wise equipment. But yeah, DC Rainmaker. I'll send you the link later.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'd like a bit of bedtime reading.
It'd be a while. Trust me, his reviews. So sometimes, honestly, I just go down to his conclusion because he's that in depth.
Oh god.
There you go. No, I'll send you a link for that. It's worth definitely thinking about watch. I chucked this question in there. It's not completely running related, and maybe I should change it to favourite meal, but favourite food is what I've got on there. What's your favourite food?
Oh, my favourite food, it's got to be pasta. Anything with pasta. So easy to do as well. It doesn't take long. Yeah, so yeah, I love anything with pasta. My husband makes a lovely chili lasagna. Oh, it's to die for.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm a bit of a I like a bit of pasta, but I have got a sweet tooth as well.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm terrible when it comes to biscuits. Yeah, I can kind of make me a drink, a cup of tea or coffee, and before I know it, I've like dumped 5 or 6, and I'm like, oh, and there's only like 5 or 6 left in the packet. I might as well eat them. But it's a good job I run.
Yeah, that's what I say to everyone, because I've got 2 boys as well, and that they're 6 and 9, and there's a lot of kind of penguins or chocolatey treats around the house, and it's not so much. Yeah, sometimes when I get in for a run or I eat something, but it's more when I get home from work. It's
Yeah,
terrible because I have soup at work. That's like healthy, and I get home, I just ruin it.
yeah, I'm the same actually. I mean, I eat pretty healthy most of the time, and then when I get in from work, I'm absolutely starving, and it's an easy go-to, isn't it? A biscuit, you just
Yeah.
you haven't got to do anything. Just put your hand in, yeah, and before I know it, I may have ate like 4 while I'm cooking the tea.
Exactly.
So yeah, yeah, I'm a bit naughty.
Yeah. I've tried to stop it, but it's impossible. I've tried.
If they're not open, if they're in the house and they're not open, I'm absolutely fine. Once anything's open, like if we've got chocolate in the house, it's got to be gone.
I think my wife took my son Luke to the shop, I think yesterday or the day before, and he bought a Cadbury's white chocolate with Oreo inside it. And
Oh,
he hasn't touched it, and I think it was yesterday evening. I saw it in the fridge. I thought, well, I've got to try it. So that's a big deal. I get one layer of it. Like, he hasn't said anything yet. I'm waiting for him to go.
I
Who's
was
touching
gonna, yeah, I was going to say, has he noticed?
hasn't said anything yet, so doesn't. Or maybe his brother.
The thing is, I think, life's too short. You've got to have a little bit of what you fancy, haven't you?
Yeah,
You can't just like stick to salads and, which, I try to, but you've got to have little treats.
and that's why I have kebab every Friday.
Oh, I haven't had a kebab in years.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It's a very naughty thing, naughty Friday treat.
Is it homemade? Is it homemade or
No.
Even better.
Not a kebab shop. Down the road. Normally mixed doner and chicken. So.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Normally have it, but it's just something we enjoy doing. So.
it's like I always I say like Friday's my treat day as well. So I always we couldn't have a treats on Fridays. So yeah, why not?
Why not? That's what we've done, doesn't it? And like you said, that's why we run. Other reasons. Okay. So final question. What is one thing you'd say to encourage other runners?
Just keep running. Just never compare yourself to anybody. Just do it for you.
Yeah.
Just believe in yourself and just enjoy it, because once you enjoy it, it'll just all fit into place. And yeah, that's my advice. I would say to somebody.
No, it's great advice, and like you say, just do it for yourself. Don't worry about other people's times and stuff like that. It's destroys you mentally anyway if you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about it.
In the past, I have compared my times to somebody else, and it's affected me like mentally, and it's not good at all. So never compare yourself. Just do it for you. And,
No, I 100% agree. Yeah, I don't really look at Strava anymore. I know other people use it and stuff, and again, going back 4 or 5 years ago, I've got a guy around here who used to compete for the segments on Strava, a certain segment from the area, and it just got ridiculous. It's just going out to be a segment, and it's just I learned not to bother in the end. I was like, no, I don't need to do this. I'm not enjoying this. So ended up enjoying my running by not trying to beat the second minute each time I was out. And not causing yourself an injury either. That's the other thing. If you start competing against other people's times, you'll push yourself too much and you'll get injured.
Exactly. And you don't. I found like I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't enjoying my runs when I was like trying to get to this time, or when I was because I used to compare, and it just didn't work for me. And that's a bit of advice: just never compare yourself. Just do it for yourself.
It's an awesome bit of advice. Well, Sarah, that's it. That is the end. That's all I've got. So thank you so much for coming on, Sarah. You're a huge part of our group. We love having you there, and it's amazing to have you on the podcast as well.
Oh, thank you for having me. I've really enjoyed it, and love being part of the running community.
No, thank you so much, and we'll speak to you again soon.
Yeah, thank you. Take care.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.
So that was Sarah Prince, and it was great to have her on the podcast. She's been a huge part of our group. Hopefully I'll keep this going this time. This is the first one I've done since August, and I'll try and get some momentum going, I should say. Try and do one every few weeks and try and get more people from the community doing a podcast. So this will be available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, basically the lot. So thanks for listening if you're getting to the end of this, and hopefully you've been out on the run and you're getting to the end of this, but do keep your ears out and eyes out for more podcasts in the future. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll speak again soon. Cheers.
Freezing outside, a little bit high on the feeling. Can't see